Hey metalheads, you like tattoos? Of course you do. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come on over the bridge to Clarksville, Indiana, and get you some ink done at Ageless Art. If ink isn't your thing, they have a piercing studio as well. Visit agelessartclarksville.com to see some frequently asked questions, meet the staff. The shop is open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m., all appointment-only spots. You can set up your appointments by phone at 812-283-1793 or email agelessarttattooandpiercing@gmail.com and someone will get you set up for your first or your next tattoo or piercing.
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? Then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Thank you for tuning into the Metal Forge. I am Mark Jackson and I'm your host. The premise of the show is pretty simple. Awesome interviews and awesome music. If you want to contact me, hit me up at metalforgeradio@gmail.com or visit the website metalforgeradio.com. And now, let's get this show on the road. What is going on, metalheads? Thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of the Metal Forge. How the hell are you doing? Holy hell, this week is awesome. We have Vinny Crastellano from Belushi Speed Ball here in the Metal Forge studio. Actually, here in the studio. We're going to be checking in with him in just a few minutes. We also have Athena here in the studio. She's going to be doing her next installment of Metal Mischief. Metal Mischief. I'm talking too fast for my own good here. But before we talk to Athena and Vinny, I want to see what you guys are up to. Hey, everything's been cool. You know, it's been an awesome last couple of weeks. Last week was kind of iffy, but, you know, this week has more than made up for it. I've been going to some awesome shows, got to visit a few friends, so on and so forth. And whoa. Speaking of shows, what the fuck? Earlier this week, Merciful Fate announcing a North American tour. Holy crap. Fucking, like, gonna be, the closest they're coming to me is Cincinnati, and I already got my tickets. You know, they went on sale today across the interwebs there, your Ticketmasters and all that. But the lineup, holy shit. Of course, you know, Merciful Fate, I've always been wanting to see them. I haven't had a chance to ever until now. Super fucking awesome. But Creator, I've never seen. I've just never had. They're a band I've slept on. I'm not gonna lie. Creator's a band I've kind of slept on. I really haven't had a healthy dose of Creator, and I need to. But Midnight, holy shit, Midnight. You know, alumni of the Metal Forge. You know, Vanek's been on the show a couple of times, and he may be coming back here soon. You know, he may be coming back. But seriously, what a fucking tour. I mean, oh my god, I'm excited. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. There's so many awesome shows that I want to go to that are coming up. I want to go see Judas Priest. I'm going to go see Venom Inc. Exodus here in just about 5 days here in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're in the area, they're at Headliners Music Hall with Death Angel and Sinistrum. Super rad shows. But you know, here's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to go ahead and talk to Athena here at Metal Mischief. And then we're going to talk to Vinny. And we're also going to listen to some Belushi Speedball.
Misfits and miscreants, bangers and mashers, deviants and the deviated, the tormented and the fermented, ghouls and goblins, creatures of the night. Jack those headphones, crank the volume to max, spark it up, and just relax. It's time for your deadly dose. Welcome to the next installment of Metal Mischief. On today's lineup, Stormtoker, the Mother Tree. Look, Mama, there's a Stormtoker up in the sky. Or, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a Stormtoker. I mean, you know. Kentucky owns up to so much good metal. Besides my hometown of Louisville, Lexington offers a plethora of diverse metal. Luckily, it is only an hour drive, practically in my backyard. Our band on today's chopping block is a reoccurring offender locally as well. Stormtoker breaks down the walls with their new album, The Mother Tree. To sum this album up in one word, unpredictable. Each song feels different from the next. Opening The Mother Tree is a 5-minute and 33-second instrumental track. Now, I personally love albums that open with instrumental tracks. It's like foreplay. I mean, you know, it gets your juices flowing. A taste of the fruit to come. C-U-M. I think it was a great choice for them to open with Baked by the Sun. It had me invested right away. This song is a very nice prologue as it shows the talent and the artistry of the band, with elements of thrash and stoner, sludge, prog, and psychedelic rock. It definitely does not disappoint. Now, I gotta say, track 2. Holy fuck. Cold Dice. Holy shit. Holy fuck. This is my favorite track on the whole album. But wait. I must take a shot here first. Oh, and I must mention, this is actually a first, everybody. Mark Jackson is in the heavy metal bunker for a change. Mark?
Hello. It's the bunker.
He's in the bunker. And we're about to do a shot, right?
We are?
Yeah.
I know. It's so awesome. Shots are great.
Shots are great.
What are we shooting today?
This is Old Forester 86.
Yeah.
666.
8666.
Yeah.
That's right.
So let's all take a moment and pause and cheers to the heavy metal gods. You know, Tony, Iommi. Okay. So now that I just let the cat out of the bag, that Mark is in my studio this time around. And that shot just made him sneeze, which was like the weirdest thing ever.
Sneezy whiskey.
Okay. Alright. So, I have to mention that this album, not a single track on this album is under 5 minutes long. So, fucking kudos to you guys for making songs that were, how should I say, a prolonged experience. I mean, fuck yeah, dude. Alright, so going back to it. Track 2, though. Coming in at 5 minutes and 4 seconds is the fun, upbeat, prog, rockish, clutchish, stonerish, rock and fucking roll of the dice-ish. With the vocals being a mix of Neil Fallon and like a little Jim Dandy. It honestly left me wanting more of the album to follow suit. But as I stated before, this album is unpredictable. Compared to some of their previous work, this has more of a like psychedelic stoner sludge feeling than like the doomy stuff that they had done before. And I totally dig it. The last track I want to mention before we get to the nitty and the gritty is Poor Man's Doom. I really enjoyed this track because of like the mixture of like folk rock with like some serious like heavy Converge fucking like vibes, little like Cephalic Carnage maybe, like I mean like those vocals and stuff. It's I like that little bit of chaotic nature. I love it. I absolutely fucking love it. And I love when a band like blurs the lines. You know, this track is really musically fun, and the message behind it is heard loud and clear, man. Great fucking lyrics, guys. Here's to all of us that work the hard fucking labor jobs and come home at the end of the night not feeling fulfilled, but paying our goddamn bills and trying to do all the fun things on the side. Like listen to some really good fucking metal. So, now, it's time to take a toke, toss one back, and crack another brewski. Because it's time to meet the offenders. Offender number 1, the bass player, otherwise known as David Langley. Offender number 2, Dante Montgomery, otherwise known as the drummer. And offender number 3, Anthony Grigsby, otherwise known as vocalist and guitarist. So, if you see any of these offenders outside in the public or in the wild, make sure you immediately buy them a beer and offer your devil's lettuce. The consequences could be devastating if not. Actually, David happens to be a very good friend of mine. So I hope he is enjoying this review as much as I enjoyed his album. Okay. So, that was the nitty. Now here is the gritty. Stormtoker has no label. They are independent. So you know what that means. Go out and support the motherfuckers. The Mother Tree was released on August 5th, 2022. Produced and recorded at Sneak Attack Studios by Jason Groves in Lexington, Kentucky. The album is distributed by the band, so go to Bandcamp or many of the other music streaming services to find this awesome album. Now, we have come to the end, dear misfit metal motherfuckers. It is now time for Athena's 5-shot review. If you have been sleeping through class, here are the fucking rules. 5 shots. I needed 5 shots to get through the motherfucker. 4 shots. Meh. Coulda used some 3 shots. Good. Made me air drum bang my head. 2 shots. Really good. Put that shit in the glove box for traveling. And 1 shot. Excellent. I'll probably have a bangover in the morning. So, I'm going to do my shitty drum roll. With backup drums by Mark. And I'm going to give Stormtoker's new album, The Mother Tree, 2 shots! Really good, man. Put that shit in the glove box for traveling. So, until we meet again, have a most excellent time. And remember, keep it heavy. How do I stop the motherfucker?
Now we need to get Jason from the Heavy Metal Wasteland in here. When I'm going to bring him up to Louisville next year on a show, and we're going to like record a bunch of segments together, and then we're going to do it all. You know, I'm going to have everybody here at one time. I think it's going to be rad. So let's go ahead and listen to some older Belushi Speedball. This is from Prepare for Trouble. This is Are You Feeling It Now, Mr. Krabs?
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Every song sounds the same. Every song goes blah, 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 blah. Every song is the same. Every song goes blah, 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 blah. So you're sitting there in pain from the song going blah, 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 blah. Every song is the same. Every song goes blah, 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 blah. So you're wondering why. Change up the band. It's probably 'cause you don't know how to play guitar. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now?
All right, metalheads, this is a treat this week because not only is the guest in person, but we have a co-host, the host of Metal Mischief. Athena is here to ask some questions.
Fuck yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. And our guest from the awesome thrash meets fusion meets fucking just whatever band, Belushi Speedball. We have Vinny here. Crastellano.
Yeah.
Dude, what's up?
Not a whole lot. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's been like 15 years since you've
been
on the
forever.
Metal Forge.
Yeah, it's been a long time since Daniel Neal said the S word on live radio.
Yes, which, pre-pandemic 2019, it was the Stone Age of the Metal Forge. Yeah. He had one thing to say. And it was shit.
It was a swear word.
That talking shit. What in hell? Gosh. Dude, so this is kind of a bit of a reforged episode because, like I said, you've been on before and you can always check the archives because the episode is there.
It is there.
So, hell yeah. How have things been? Y'all
been good.
Yeah, y'all been kind of on a roll lately.
Yeah, been busy. Always moving forward.
Right. That's one of my favorite things. It's a favorite George Lucas quote is, back, there is no back, there is only forward. So I've completely dug it. I've been following you guys for a few years now.
Been good to us, yeah.
Coming out to see you all back in February at Kaiju was an absolute treat.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Because it was the holiday show.
Yes.
And you all had done... What holidays did you do?
We did... So... The premise of the show was we did every banned item that McKinley Moore told us not to bring back to Kaiju, because Ken would never ban us from Kaiju. He would just say, "Hey, don't bring mayonnaise again, or don't bring rice. Okay, no more silly string, boys." It'd be which I said boys and girls now because we got Jazzy, but yeah, back then we didn't, and so that was actually an idea Jazzy came up with. To where she was like, let's do a year's worth of holidays for all the ones that we missed, and we'll do a different band item theme for it. And so, if I'm not mistaken, I think we did, God bless, I know we did Halloween.
New Year's.
Yeah, we did New Year's.
You did Groundhog Day.
We did Groundhog Day.
That was the best because we
played the same song 3 times. Is that how we did
Twice.
it? Twice? Okay.
You acted like you went out and did New Year's and it was like a sound check, and then you started the Groundhog Day, and then you went back to the back and then came back out.
Yeah. So that was funny because that's actually a rehashed idea. So one time we played Kaiju for Groundhog's Day, and we did the same 10-minute set, every single word, every banter, like everything, every song, identical, all the same trash, all the same props. And we did it 3 times in a row for Groundhog's Day. And I remember people having like panic attacks, thinking like they're in purgatory, like what the hell, like they're trapped, like what's going on,
What the hell are you trying to do?
Yeah, so
Fuck, I missed that one.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun one. That was a good one. And then I think that's actually Ken's favorite. But we did. So we did Groundhog's Day. We did Valentine's Day for sure because the rice. We did them all. We did Thanksgiving, Christmas.
I know you did Easter because of the bread.
Yes. Yeah.
Because fishes
and loaves of bread.
Yeah, fishes and loaves.
I hope it wasn't eggs because holy fuck.
No, eggs aren't a banned item yet.
Yet. Yeah. But of course, there was everything under the sun imaginable was out there. There was silly string, there was yarn,
yes.
There was rice, there was bread, there was cereal.
Yeah, we did cereal.
So I would love to see your grocery list before a show.
Oh, a lot of Dollar Tree visits. This yarn was actually serious string, so that's how that got started. Why we did yarn. So Ken said no more silly string. So then the next show we did serious string. There's nothing silly about this string. It was just yarn. And that was actually worse because it wrapped up around everything and like would break stuff.
And people were like, it was like all around your legs.
Yeah, it's itchy.
Oh my gosh, it was insane. Like,
yeah.
But your fans are diehard.
They're so good to us.
They are. They're absolutely great.
They're part of the band. That's why. They're our other member of the band. So
and like the bread, for example. I'll just go off on anytime you bring bread to a show. For some reason, the floor is always wet.
Yeah.
from something.
Yeah.
People spilling their beer, whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's the beer and everything.
And the bread, people eat the bread.
Yes.
Even off of the wet beer floor.
You have to.
And it's like, it's almost like the Listerine. It's like the rite of passage.
Yeah, you
to
got
be a Belushi fan, you have to drink Diablo's Listerine.
You do.
And I have.
Yeah.
I have done that.
Tastes real, doesn't it?
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's almost like getting a watered down pina colada at the state fair that has a little bit of mint in it.
Yeah, we have to warn the fans because we'll get messages sometimes and they'll be like, I'm pre-gaming for Belushi, and they'll be like drinking actual Listerine. Oh. We'll be like, not to break the fourth wall, but Diablo's Listerine is the only one that's actually safe to drink.
Yeah.
I mean, not in terms of like hygienically, I'm sure it's disgusting, full of germs, but it won't kill you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's ugh. And it is. It's a rite of passage. I
It
think.
is. Yeah, you show up, and, you drink Listerine. That's what Nick Ritchie always says. He does not go to Belushi shows to not drink Listerine. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm Nick Ritchie.
Oh my gosh. So back in July, you
Yes.
all had a kick-ass show at the skate park here in Louisville.
Yeah, No Comply. Yeah, that was a good one.
And that was No Comply 2?
Yeah, made No Comply 1 look like No Comply 3.
So tell everybody out in Metal Forge Land about that show, because this has been getting a lot of buzz on
Yeah.
the interwebs and stuff.
That turnout was absolutely astonishing.
It's amazing.
Oh my god.
So,
dude.
No Comply is put together by people in their early 20s. I call them kids, but they're not kids. I mean, they're young adults, but in their early 20s, and they put together this do-it-yourself punk show full of all ages bands and Belushi. And the whole premise is, number one, all the bands need to be local, and number two, it needs to be not sponsored. So they do it all with no sponsors. The show is completely donation-based. And it's incredible. It's amazing, and everyone shows up. And yeah, I think the numbers doubled. I think it was close to 1,000 people we had at that skate park. And they, with it being donation based, they broke even because it's a lot. It's a lot to put that together. And they did a phenomenal job. And all the bands we play with the Tabs and Zerg Rush and S-Word
Zerg
Fire.
Rush, too.
Yeah, Zerg Rush is really good. They're all so good. And Anemic Royalty.
Wow.
Histrionics and
Oh,
Sunshine, and so it was a really good representation of the Louisville punk scene,
Right.
Do it yourself. So
And a total DIY. And just seeing the pictures in the video,
Yeah.
it's just so many people. And unless it, like you said, it's either a sponsored show, it's a promoted show from somebody.
Correct.
You really don't see a grassroots movement like that in Louisville anymore.
correct, yeah, not to that size, not to that degree. And what that is the representation of the underground DIY, essentially like what the Spinelli shows used to be, and now they've moved them to other various locations and houses. And I don't want to say any of the actual locations,
Right.
just we don't want them getting shut down. But that movement's always been existing, and so what No Comply is that to the maximum. You're seeing what you can do by yourself in a local setting, in a public setting. There we go, public venue. And
Right.
so, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, because anything that's festival-wise to that degree or that size or that many people, you're going to be dealing with promoters and middlemen and selling tickets and all the stuff that
nobody really wants to do.
no one wants to. Yeah, that I won't do.
Right. But to be able to garner that big of a crowd, it's
Yeah.
got to be a head rush immediately. It's just like, then did it become real all of a sudden when you see that many people are like, hey guys, have you looked out here?
It was cool because that would have been Jameson's second show with us, and so what the coolest part was to take him, be like, here, come here, look at because he showed up a little bit late because he had to work and stuff, and I was like, here, come here, check this out, look down in the bowl. And he was like, holy crap. I was like, yeah, isn't that amazing? So, yeah, it's fun. It's definitely surreal and humbling at the same time because, it's a privilege to be able to play in front of anyone and to be able to play for that many people is always exciting.
Definitely.
So, yeah. Very blessed. Very
and
lucky.
with that success from that show, you all are going to be on Full Terror Assault here in just a little bit tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna be on at 7:00 at Full Terror Assault, and so we got a really dope spot because of that show. Joey, the main promoter, saw it and he was like, "Bring all that stuff, bring the foam shooter, bring everything," and he's gonna put us on a little bit later. So we found out we were gonna be on Full Terror earlier this year, probably March, somewhere around there, February, March.
Right.
We found out we were going to be on
right before he started announcing the top tier bands that were
exactly.
playing.
Yeah. And whenever we had the first flyer, our name was at the very bottom. We're like, well, we're excited to be a part of it. We'll probably be on at like 12. I told everyone, like, just be prepared. We're probably Thursday at 12 o'clock. And luckily, I think with No Comply, it helps showcase kind of what we can do with a big crowd. And he moved us up on the time slot. So
definitely,
and it's pretty exciting that you're going to be there with a couple other Louisville bands.
Yes,
too.
yeah.
So Bat Wizard and Artwork for the Blind. I mean, that's pretty dope. That
it's amazing.
A trilogy of Louisville bands, like
for sure.
Like getting down to Full Terror Assault, man. Open air festival. That's so cool. And like
I'm so happy.
The diehards come out for this show, man. Every year they come out for this show. So that's fucking awesome.
And of course, I always do have to rep out other Metal Forge alumni bands like Grave Ripper and Wraith and Tyrant from Michigan. Tyrant, they're going to be on the show as well, and they all three kick ass. Like, it's just so insane to be like, those guys, they're fucking cool. Hell yeah, those guys are playing.
They put in the work. What's funny is Grave Ripper is some of the dudes in that band saw us at our Indiana Black Circle show. It was our kickoff for our last tour we went on with Mr. Clit. And it's funny because like we got in a lot of trouble at that show because it was with Daikaiju and we had a bouncy house in the middle of the floor and we threw out everything, pizza and silly string and confetti poppers, and we made a really bad mess, and the bouncer was not happy, and he it was like we were done. It was our last song, like we finished our set. And he goes, "You're done, homie. Get the fuck off the stage." And we were like, "Day one, baby. Woo!" Yeah. And so the dudes in Grave Ripper were there, and they told me that they quote that all the time to each other. "You're done, homie." So, yeah. No, it's going to be cool to see those guys again. So I can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're good.
Corey,
good people.
Corey is such a great dude.
They are. And their music's so good.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
So that's exciting because that's a huge open air, 4-day festival show.
Yeah.
That, it's every year. It's over either a Labor Day weekend or the following weekend. It's always the first or second weekend of September. So hell yeah.
Yeah.
But you also recently have a new album out as well.
Yeah, we put it out back in May. What Us Worry. It's a Mad Magazine reference.
Right.
So, Alfred E. Newman. Yeah.
Right. I think he's related to Randy Newman also.
Yes, the same person. But yeah, we got a new album out back in May. It's been exciting. We had a music video for Magic Conch. We got another one in the works. And
hell yeah.
So, yeah, it's been awesome.
Now, over the years, you all have done some pretty interesting album releases.
Yes.
Like in my hand right now, we have a Game Boy Advance copy of Prepare for Trouble.
Yep. Yeah.
So you did something special for What Us Worry as well, correct?
Yeah. So in my hand over here, I brought several things. These are just to look at, not to have.
Shit.
No, I got to take them to Full Terror with me.
Definitely.
So, yeah, and I have the Game Boy Advance copy of What Us Worry. But that's not the special one. That's not as exciting.
That's definitely. That's
so,
nice for me to collect and complete a collection here.
So we wanted to go ahead and go back to doing some crazy releases. So the album after Prepare for Trouble, we did a release on a Furby. We did a single on a Furby. And then the album after that, we did a release on Dunkaroos. And so, like, you package a Dunkaroos would play a single. And then for this one, we wanted to up it. And so I have it in here to show off to the listener, right? You can hear me rustling. It's in there. There you go, listener. You could just imagine. But this is it's What Us Worry on Nintendo 64.
That is absolutely amazing.
It is one of the hardest things we've ever pulled off. I will not lie about that. So
now,
yeah, there it is. Yay!
Now the cartridge for Game Boy
cool.
Advance, obviously it plays. Do you mind if I check that out?
Yeah, go ahead. There you go.
Fucking cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't have an N64 anymore.
Yeah, and then you need to have a expansion pack for it to play.
Oh my gosh!
So Perfect Dark and Donkey Kong and Belushi Speedball I'll require the expansion pack.
Definitely. So I know the Game Boy Advance, how that happens. Is this the same technology? It's like a ROM emulation of the album?
Yeah. So they're flash carts. I don't want to give too many secrets away, but I don't mind talking
everybody
about that.
would be doing it.
Well, the N64 is really, really hard to pull off. But they're flash carts. And I was originally going to do programmable chips for the N64. And whenever I was looking into the technology during the pandemic, it was totally feasible. And then there was a chip shortage, and so it got down to where the easiest, most economical way to do it is to do these flash cards. So they take a little SD card and put our game on there, just like the Game Boy Advance. And so
Definitely. And there's nothing at all wrong with that. But wait, there's more.
yeah.
You have not only released this on the N64, you've also released it on what else?
So I also have it on Sega CD. Woo! It's got both our last albums, and you play an actual game as a robot, and I don't want to say the name because it's licensed, although the company that licensed it went out of business. But yeah, I stuck our music on on Sega CD on a robot game, and you play as a robot hellbent listening to Belushi Speedball.
So you reprogrammed the game, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and that's kinda. Yeah, I hacked it. I enjoy hacking. That's actually how the N64 works. And the Game Boy Advance is the ROM hacks. And so the N64 was a ROM hack that I actually had to get help from someone outside of the United States because I hit a dead end and I had him finish it up and kind of put it all together. But so and then we also have, there's more, right? Because
wait, there's more. There's even more.
I also have because we love dead media. So Classic Rock Magazine gave us a 5 out of 10 for our music being scuppered trash. And scuppered means interrupted, and so it's
8-track.
Yeah. So we figured, they said that we had too many skits. We skitted too much, and they hated that the album was interrupted with unfunniness. So we went ahead and made a skit-free album for their age demographic, which is 8-track tapes. So
This is really fucking cool.
I knew you were going to enjoy that, especially with
with
your most recent Facebook post about.
I don't know if they work. I'm sure they do. I don't have an 8-track player.
I was trying to hunt one down not too long ago, actually, and I can't find one either.
Oh,
That
man.
is great.
I got one used, and it did not work. The 8-track itself didn't work. The 8-track player.
Okay, so I want to break the fourth wall on the 8-track really fast. Did you go through a place to actually get these?
Yeah.
Okay, because there are people out there in this day and age who are putting their albums out on 8-track, and just for the keepsake.
Sure.
It's just like, hey, this is our album. Holy shit, we're gonna put it out on 8-track because it's cool because I grew up listening on 8-tracks and stuff. So usually, 8-tracks have a bank set of songs.
Yeah.
Are they actually the same track listing for each bank, or is it different?
Split. So no, it's the same track listing, but they are, because there's 4 banks, right? Okay, so I don't know a lot about 8-track, but I learned a lot with making these. So unfortunately, with the length of the tracks, they weren't able to do perfect cuts.
Right.
So I think like Bank 2, for instance, splits in halfway through Magic Conch. I think that's how it works. Yeah. So, it's an 8-track tape. I don't know how that works. So they were like, is that, they asked me if that was okay, or I would have to like adjust things or
adjust the track listing.
Yes. Yeah, and I said just do it, just run it. It was the most economical way, which is usually how these things end up being.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, because you're doing this all on your own.
Yes.
You're not doing this with any help from a label.
We do have a label. We're signed to Sound Blast, but no, they're not giving me any money for physicals. They handle all our digital. Yeah.
Right.
Which is fine, because I keep 100% of my physical profits. So.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age. And when you're able to push the physical media, absolutely, that's great. I mean,
yeah,
for sure. So, again, like, you don't have somebody like a Shadow Kingdom.
That would be cool.
Tim, maybe you should listen to this.
That'd be cool.
And hit up Vinny here.
Yeah, we will do anything. That's that's Savage Masters, right? Isn't that there?
I believe they're on there.
Yeah, fancy schmancy. No, we don't. We don't have
and
that.
I'm pretty sure they did an 8-track as well.
Did they?
I think so.
That's fitting for them, though. That makes more sense than us doing it.
But no, I mean, you've got to do stuff out there that's going to get people to say, "Hey, wait a second, what is that?"
Yeah,
like the Dunkaroos. How is that a thing?
Yeah, that's so stupid. It's the same way I did the Furbies. They're like little programmable like recording devices, and you stick them in there. It's a bigger version of what would be in a Hallmark card with a little bit better quality. And so, I open them up, I feed the cookies to the dog, and then I put them in there, and then you hit a button and it'll play.
I think we just got the Belushi Speedball Christmas album.
What's that? What's it going to be on?
Like the Hallmark card?
Oh, God. Yeah, we'll release 40 cards for you to listen to.
Belushi Saves Christmas.
I am down. Speaking of Christmas, we did Diablo Claus, which was our Christmas in August, and we had a snow machine inside, and we did Christmas carols of every song. We have a piano player that's actually like a real musician, not one of us, and and so we'd play a minute of every song for fair use law, and then stop. And he would do the piano version. We do a Christmas Carol version of it. So
wow.
Yeah. So it's totally feasible to do Belushi Saves Christmas. We just Diablo wrote all the tracks. Actually, he took like Jingle Bells was like magic conch all the way. It was like that. Yeah. So we can do it, and we'll release it on 40 Hallmark cards, 30 seconds each. You open each one.
That would be great. That would be great.
It's a really good idea. I'm going to text myself that idea, actually. So.
Hell yeah. So, back in the day, and I don't know if you're aware of this, Athena, Belushi Speedball is Belushi Speedball as a warning to Jim Belushi.
Yes. Yeah, thank God you got it right. Everyone thinks we're named after John. We're not.
Exactly.
We're named after Jim.
But it's a warning for Jim to be safe. To watch what he does with his drugs. So, yeah. Which is funny because in that same amount of time with, you being here the first time, now he is like a marijuana empire.
Oh, yeah,
with
Jim.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, so it actually turns out we're named after the fact that he calls Sonic Spinball for Sega Genesis Sonic Speedball, that knucklehead. So it's actually not. It's before we were like, hey, don't do drugs, but now he does drugs. So it turns out that it's named after that. So
that is amazing. See,
yeah,
I didn't know he did that.
The full name. The full name of Belushi Speedball is Jim Belushi's Sonic Spinball Speedball.
That is amazing.
That is amazing.
Thank you. We shortened it to Belushi Speedball.
I've been following you since the beginning, and I did.
You have. You've been so good to us. Thank you.
Man, well, you guys are fucking dope.
Oh, thank you. You're so good to us.
I love thrash metal too.
You do, yeah. And you were at our Dead Fest at the Art Sanctuary, and so
yes, that was great.
But I absolutely love it because you've got 7-inch vinyl out. You've got the Furby. You've got, some of the names that you have for certain things are great. Like Belushi Speedball Part 2, the Frank Castle Picnic.
Yeah. Yes. So we, whenever the original lineup, Chase Bensing, which Chase is still in Belushi. He does all the guitar recordings now, and he records us, and then he's playing full terror with us. So
nice.
He had to kind of step down, minimize his role a bit, which a lot of members in Belushi do that. Kind of like a rotating lineup. You know, we have the core unit, like Jazzy and Diablo and Daniel, and Kyle was core, and he had to limit it. But whenever that original lineup kind of stepped away, and they're like, hey, this is just getting too much for us, you know, we'll be able to do it here and there, but, you know, and Alex stepped away. We decided to make Belushi 2, Belushi Speedball 2. It was originally how we did it. It was Daniel, Neil, me, and Diablo, and then we kept doing, like, every time we'd have different members, we kept doing trilogies, like, so different sequels. That's what that is.
The Belushi 2, Belushi 4.
Yeah, because we got different drummers for it and different lineup, you know, so... Yeah, and back then we were actually playing shows as, this is Belushi Speedball 2. It's going to be with Daniel Neal. This is Belushi Speedball 4. It's with James Ryan. This is Belushi Speedball 3, right? We don't talk about that one. You know? That's not a thing, but, you know, so it's... Yeah, we started doing that, and then we're like, this is getting too much. We'll just call it Belushi Speedball. So that's why that was part 2, the Frank Castle Picnic.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is such a great deal. So after Full Terror... What's coming up? What's coming up after?
Well, more shows. We got some big, you know, of course, we're booked out until 2023, and we haven't announced them all. It's been a thing because we get requested, and then I have to be like, I'm sorry, you know, because a lot of them are really good, but so which we weren't able to move the show because we're playing with out of town bands, but.
I'd hit you up for a show.
Yeah, you all are playing the 24th, right?
No,
of September?
No. That's been canceled.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That was supposed to happen, but because it's also Louder Than Life weekend.
It is.
And I was just like, nobody wanted to play.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently they wanted to go see Kiss, but...
Yeah.
I asked somebody who's a I would say respected, not necessarily well-respected member of the scene, to say, hey, do you guys want to play? And he's like, dude, Louder Than Life's that weekend. I don't think I'm going to do it.
Yeah, which is respectful. I understand that. We actually didn't know when we took that show because I'm an idiot. I do this every year. We've played on Louder Than Life probably 3 times.
Yeah, but you know what's really cool about that?
You're still going to...
Fuck Louder Than Life. I'm going to be at your show.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're playing Slipknot Day, and so it's Belushi Slipknot, spelled Slipnot.
Yeah.
So if you're at that one, you're going to be in our bands because everyone's going to be in Slipknot that night.
Which will be the Mag Bar.
Yes.
On the 23rd.
23rd. Yeah, we're playing with Milk Toast and Jim Harrelson.
Yeah, it's on my calendar.
Yeah, thank you.
Milk Toast has been picking up a lot of steam lately, too.
They're from Indy, right?
Yeah.
Indianapolis, or something like that. Yeah, I think they're from Indiana. But, they hit us up, and we liked their music, and we're like, hell yes. And, I mean, it's cool, because I'm glad that we're playing with them, but I never seen Slipknot, and I wanted to see Slipknot, so I'm going to do the next best thing, which is just pretend I'm Slipknot. So,
what? Is that the next best thing?
Yeah, it's the second greatest thing out there, is emulating Slipknot.
Wait, I thought that was Mudvayne.
Oh, that's true. God. But, you know, they got away with putting Seinfeld bass lines on metal, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So, with your, in the personal life thing here.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about it before on the show that you're an educator.
I am.
And it's hard for you to actually pick up and do a month tour and stuff like that.
Correct. Yeah.
Even through the summer. Is that right?
Yeah, so we can do like our last tour we did during fall break, and we were able to do that. And we could do them during spring break, or during the summer we can do maybe like a 10-day is what we did last time. But I got kids too.
Right.
I just had a baby.
Oh.
So it is tough for us to do like a full month. Yeah, that is a tough thing. That's a tough sell to everyone because 3 of us are actually teachers in the bands. So
wow.
Yeah, so that's their summer off. It's a tough sell to be like, hey, let's go. Yeah.
I am so fucking ready for the first kid that comes up, that's Mr. Crastellano! And sees you like...
It's happened. It's already happened. Yeah, I've been teaching for 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
They all come out to the show. After the skate park show, I had several former students come up to me and be like, holy crap, what were you doing up there? Like that to me. Like, I didn't know. I was like, I told you all I was in a band. Because I don't tell them what band. And then they find out that I'm like... because a lot of the kiddos in Louisville that go to JCPS love Belushi,
Yeah.
and so a lot of my students are like, yeah, whatever, you're in a band. My friend goes to punk shows, and then it turns out their friend is going to our shows, and then they find out about
They're
it.
like, you should see this band.
They start treating me a little different. It's funny. So,
That's respect, man.
yeah, it's cool.
That is total respect there. So hell yeah, we're looking forward to the full terror assault.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Make sure you shoot lots of video.
Yeah, we're going to. Yeah, we got some GoPros, and we did it at the skate park show at No Comply. And Diablo, shout out to Diablo show on YouTube. Everyone should go there and subscribe. But Diablo films every single Belushi show, and honestly, almost every show he can get to in Louisville. If he's there, he's filming it.
Right.
And he does a really good job capturing, a lot of the scene. So
For sure. And he's been doing that for years.
as long as Belushi's existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Belushi Speedball started, he started the channel. So
Absolutely.
yeah, he does a phenomenal job.
Hell yeah. And I love, that's one of my things for, the Louisville scene is, I want to get older stuff like, 70s, 80s metal and stuff like that. But keeping an ongoing track of what's going on right now, through our generation is so cool. Like scrapbooking all that stuff, having as much much content as you can find, because there's bands out there that, might have only lasted a couple of years, but they still put out kick-ass music.
Yep.
So, and that whole adage of life happens and that people break up. So, yeah, absolutely. So, kudos to him for doing that.
Absolutely. Speaking of people breaking up, Belushi's designed to continue without any of us. That's FYI. If something happens, we're all gone. Keep it going. Whoever's like, we'll just pick up the sword.
Belushi 72.
Yeah. I want it to exist until at least year 3000.
Well, that's not an unheard of concept.
Yeah.
Because actually, I put the picture up today. I've had it for years. The man on the wall right here behind us, Mr. Odor Sarungus.
Oh, God bless his soul. Where's it at?
It's right here, next to the Metallica bandana here.
Okay.
That was his goal for Gwar.
Yes.
Was that don't have people playing, don't have just like Dave Brocky being Dave Brocky. Have him be the character. Because anybody could be the character at that point.
Right.
And, and I think over the years, he developed that mentality from seeing Kiss. Because, Kiss has changed out a guitar player and a drummer forever.
Right.
And it's always been the Gene and Paul show. So that's a great concept to have, to be able to sit there and say, okay, well, anybody can be a part of it.
Absolutely.
Like Green Jelly. I think they've had they've had over 300 members.
Yeah, it's high up there. Yeah, William Manspeaker, he comments on our stuff all the time. He's a Belushi fan, so he's good to me. Yeah, so I want him to be my dad. My mom's single. I keep sending him pictures of my mom. And it's like, okay, son. So yeah, it's one dude, and he's got it down packed. So his concept is genius. So
for sure.
What Billy does is he goes to he gets a guarantee. He flies into any city, and then whoever shows up for his band shows up, right? And he'll have legit 50 people on stage with him. And his deal with them is you make whatever Green Jello merch you want, and you keep 100% of the profits. I'm just going to get my guarantee and play the show, and we're going to have fun. And it's perfect because, yeah.
And that's how he does tours, too.
Yeah.
Is he will, so say this drummer lives in Indianapolis.
So smart.
This drummer lives in Indianapolis, and he will contact them and say, hey, I'm coming. We're going to do Indy, Fort Wayne, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Louisville, so on and so forth. Do you want, tell me what dates you want to play with me? And they'll do that. And he'll get, however many people live in the area that have been a part of the band. Kevin Von Esper, who's been on the show for the Dookie Fly Swatter stuff, he's been a part of how smart. Since 1999.
Yeah.
And he still plays shows with them.
Yeah.
So it's like, hell yeah, man. It's like, how fucking awesome is that?
It's so smart. It's so genius.
Definitely.
It's life goals.
So now it's time for some general profile questions about Vinny.
Of course, yeah.
And Athena, if you want to answer some of these, you can as well.
Oh shit, man! I thought I was just here for support.
I mean, I answer questions as well with the normal guests in. So,
all right,
and these are all
game. All right.
Cool. So these are all done at random. These have not been on the show previous.
Okay.
So these are all random.
So before we do this, does Athena get to answer the same question for support with me? Yes.
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
Good. Okay. Ask her first.
No, you have the guest spot.
You're the guest. What is the main thing on your bucket list?
Oh man. God.
The main thing.
You just didn't want to be put on the
bucket
spot.
list. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because I don't want to sell myself short. There's so much to do in life, right? Life's short, but there's so much to do. But you know what? I always look at it as for me to manifest the next big thing. It's always like, I'm always trying to think reasonably. And so right now, the goal, and then after that, it'll be a new one. Okay, so that's the deal, right?
Yeah.
So before it was like I always want to play Full Terror, and now we're doing it. I want to play The Gathering. I want to be at The Gathering at Juggalos main stage. The ICP. That's a bucket list.
They hold that in Cave Rock, too, at the same venue
Whoop,
that
whoop.
they do Full Terror.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's the goal. So, yeah, play The Gathering of the Juggalos.
So if Mikey Clark is listening.
Mikey Clark. God bless him. Release an album with Mikey Clark. That would be dope, too. So. I would be so all about that.
Athena.
Well, I think Vinny's actually going to appreciate mine. Cause
Is it to play The Gathering?
No, because as much as I love fucking metal and music, I am not, like, instrumentally inclined whatsoever. But I have wanted to organize the world's largest food fight.
Oh, dope.
Oh, Vinny, yeah. That's
God, let us be a part of that.
Mark. I told you about this idea already.
Yes, you did.
That is like top of my bucket list, is to organize the world's largest food fight.
I love it. It's
and
beautiful.
Belushi could play it.
I would totally
And I would
be down.
love if you guys came and played my food fight.
I would.
That would be amazing.
No, we're going to make this happen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's like the fucking perfect question.
Especially for both of you being here. What do you feel people complain about too much these days?
Politics.
Yeah, that's definitely... Man, I don't know. That's tough. Everyone complains so much, right? That's the thing.
Right?
Everyone's always complaining.
So that's it, right? Complaining.
Yeah,
they complain about complaining.
They complain. That's honestly what it is. It's like it's almost like reverse complaining. Yeah, people. I guess the gatekeeping thing. They complain about gatekeepers gatekeeping. That's a bad
one.
thing.
Yeah, that's a good.
And like.
You can't like Ghost because Ghost isn't metal. That shit.
Right. Yeah. Gatekeeping's bad, so don't do it. But I kind of do feel for those people because like they like the music because it was underground, and then it starts to become mainstream, and they feel like they're losing a piece of their identity. But at the same time, you want more people to enjoy it, so it continues to be created.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're still going with politics?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm so sick of everybody bitching about politics.
Oh,
I wish we
I
could all
know.
just fucking get along.
I know.
Like,
Just
I'm
Trump,
so tired
right?
of it. I'm just tired of it, man.
Definitely.
It's like everybody has a different opinion, a different view. I wish the world would just let everybody, like, do what they need to fucking exist and be here and be fucking happy. But no, everybody wants to fucking argue and complain about everything that everybody else is doing, and it all stems to politics.
Yep.
So yeah, fuck that, Mark.
Exactly.
I was going to say a joke. I was going to say Trump 2024. But I don't want anyone to actually think that's a real thing.
No shit. So
Can we go back to the food fight now?
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
It's actually, with the bucket list and the goal orientation and the complaining and everything, this has been a serendipitous card pull this tonight.
It's been deep.
It has, because if you're going on a road trip, what are the 3 must-haves that you cannot leave without?
Road trip, huh?
Yeah.
Your phone.
Well, I mean, because you're going a couple hours away to,
we
to
are.
Voltaire, so you are going on a road trip.
Cave
Yeah.
Rock,
What can you
Illinois,
not?
it's
What are the
4
three things
hours
you had to
away.
take?
Yeah.
I gotta have music. Gotta have my phone for music. Not even for GPS, because apparently it doesn't work if you're going to Cave Rock. You need to have.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
start following signs about halfway there.
That's what they said.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a map quest.
Yes, you need to like actually fucking pay attention.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course, you would get a map quest.
I'm gonna print out and
because we love dead technology.
I live for dead technology. No, but you gotta have music and caffeine. I cannot do a road trip without caffeine.
Right.
Yeah. And then Archer. I need to be able to watch Archer while I drive unsafe.
Yes, absolutely. So you mentioned the caffeine. You mentioned the caffeine, and you're a bit of a fitness guru.
No.
I mean, dude, come on now.
Oh, well, thank
mean,
you. Yeah,
I
I like
mean,
to work out.
You like to work out. I watched the video on Instagram of you like doing the cheat day hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, when you go on the road trip, is it like total? It's like, all right, I'm gonna get this candy bar and
Oh, yeah, I eat like crap.
do the junk
Absolutely.
food on the road.
Yes, yeah.
like any other musician.
Yeah, especially tour. God, you eat like crap on tour. Yeah, and that's all you do is you spend most of your tour pooping. So, what about Athena?
That needs to be the next name of the
Next album, all you do is on tour is poop. I want to hear Athena.
Yeah.
3 things for road tripping.
Well, my number one thing is I have to have marijuana. I cannot have a good road trip without being nice and stoned while I'm just cruising through boring Ohio and boring fucking like Indiana.
Yep.
And fucking like
Flat.
cornfields. Fucking how many cows am I gonna see? At least if I'm high, I'm always like cows. You know. And then I'm with you. I have to have really good music.
Yep.
I gotta have my phone and some really good fucking music, depending on my mood, whatever. And then my third thing, well, that one is kind of tough, actually, because I'm gonna say my hoodie.
Oh, yeah, respect.
Because everywhere I go, no matter what, even if it's fucking hot outside, for some reason I'm gonna need a hoodie.
Yep.
So
That's
that always
true.
is in the back of my car.
Good.
Those are my 3 things.
It's
Yes.
like going on adventures with Athena is like, Mark, your car's too cold. Do you have a hoodie? Or
No, true story.
she was in here doing her last Metal Mischief, and she's like, if I'm going to come over and do another one, I'm going to have to bring my hoodie next time. Your house is cold.
Mark lives in a fucking metal igloo.
Yeah, for sure. For me, of course, tunes. Gotta have drinkage. Of course, not alcohol, because I'm not that guy. Mostly not that guy. And, just I think conversation is like having somebody to trek on the adventure with. So that's, the conversation along with, the music in the background. It's total cool shit. So that's my 3.
I love to talk. What's your bucket list then, Mark?
Oh, gosh. To have 1 million listeners on the Metal Forge.
Oh, that's going to happen, though.
And, yeah.
Yeah, that's manifestation right there.
Yeah, definitely. Would you travel to space if possible?
Yeah. Yes. What? Of course. It's awesome. It's space.
Belushi Speedball.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's all I would do. Speaking of that, is quote Spaceballs. So,
And you drive a Mustang, so you're from the
found
Ford
shit.
Galaxy.
there you go. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Space seems awesome. Seems so fun.
And shout out to Athena for that right now. We ain't found shit.
We ain't. I didn't catch it. I'm sorry. Yes. God.
Would you, Athena, travel to space if possible?
Um,
Probably too cold. You'd need a hoodie.
well, I would definitely need a hoodie. And, actually, I would, just so I could see what it's like to piss in space.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I think
And
I
I mean
watched
without
something
like
about that one
without
time.
like a
Really?
Yeah.
like a cup or a thing or anything, just to
Just like
to pull down your britches and fucking go like.
Just like Harry and Lloyd. Just go, man.
So warm.
Yeah, I think I watched something on that before where like they were that was a question that was asked, and it's like a weird like jockstrap suction cup thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
fuck
wow.
that. I mean, like, if there's a suck... Wait, hold on. Never mind.
It's like something that Giger drew at one point. Does your name have a special meaning or significant meaning?
My Belushi Speedball or Vinny?
Vinny.
Oh, Vince?
Yeah.
I mean, it means to conquer, Vice. But, no, I'm Italian. I didn't get the cool name. My brother's name is Rocco. And so Italian culture, he's Rocco Anthony Castellano. I'm Vincent Anthony Castellano. It's Crastellano for Belushi listeners. Crastellano, not Cat. But yeah, no, legally it's Castellano. And so, Crastellano's that alter ego. That guy don't give a fuck. But no, so Italian culture, your middle name is always named after your father. And the firstborn son in the family is named after your father. That's how it's supposed to be. I broke that tradition. But so my father's Anthony Michael Castellano. So
Okay.
yeah, and his dad was Michael Joseph Castellano, and so on and so forth. Named after that middle name is so yeah. So that's kind of
That's
how it is.
interesting.
But
I never knew
nothing.
that.
Yeah, Rocco got the cool name though. Everyone's like, "Oh shit, your name's Rocco, damn!" And I'm Vince, and they're like, "Yeah, whatever." So
Yeah, whatever.
yeah,
Got the New York going on there.
yeah, well, yeah.
Right on. So so Vice is the genesis of the name and everything. So.
Yeah, I think they just picked out a name book. They said, but yeah, it does mean to conquer, and that's life goals, right? Conquer every single opportunity.
Absolutely, I can deal with that. Athena,
Well, everybody kind of knows what Athena is about.
Right.
I mean, I was named after the goddess of war and wisdom. And I definitely have... I mean, I like to think I have the wisdom. I definitely got the war thing going on. I mean, I can't stay out of a mosh pit, even though my doctor keeps telling me not to do it anymore.
it's because you're so savage. It's because you're like, ah!
But, then I'm German, so I'm a Prychodko. And, well, Ukrainian, actually. So,
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
yeah, we're going through some shit right now. My family is, but
for sure.
Wow.
yeah, I mean, I'm a warrior, and that's literally, like he said, it's like a life thing. It's like
Right.
I just keep fucking pushing and
damn.
keep going. And
So that means all three of us in the room right now, because Mark, derivative of Mars, god of war.
God of War, yeah.
We're all on it too. So fuck,
Oh,
man.
yes.
Yeah, conquer war. Metal.
Destruction.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fuckers. What instantly makes you not like another person?
Man, I like most people.
You do.
I do.
Yeah,
I love most humans.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for the both of you.
Yeah.
Because
like
you are
most
both
humans,
like
too.
social, like, I don't want to say social butterflies, maybe like,
Social moths.
yeah, social lunar metal moths.
I love it. Yeah. No, man, I don't, honestly, I like most people. That's the honest to God truth. It's very rare that if I meet someone and I don't like them, it means they really are a bad human being.
Yeah.
It's usually a gut instinct, and it's through conversation, and you can pick up on it pretty quick. But even someone that like bullshits me, it doesn't bother me. Like, people exaggerate and they get excited or whatever. Other people are like, "Damn, the guy lied to me." I'm like, I don't know, they're just having fun, whatever. I like most humans, so yeah, I love most people.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Man. Athena.
Me too.
Same deal.
I like most people too, but I have this thing I can kind of feel an aura on people, and I usually get like a little like tentative feeling before I actually even speak to them sometimes, which I will kind of avoid people that way. But then other times, once their crazy starts to come out a little bit, it's like, all right, I'm going to run to the hills.
Why did I know you were going to say run to the hills?
Oh, because I'm an Iron Maiden fan.
Oh, shit. Maiden.
Yeah. Definitely. Same way for me. It's like my bullshit detector's pretty good for the most part. But when people are just like, what makes me like irk is like bands being like, yeah, we're playing the headliner spot. was like, you fucking do that.
You're going last.
You do that. I'm totally content with playing fucking second.
Yeah, let me go in the middle. We have to go last. Now, that's not... that's not...
You do. You all do, because you all have such a huge show.
Well, it's the mess. And it became that no one wants to fucking go on after that mess. You know what I mean? That's the honest to God truth. So, yeah, we go last a lot now. It's the curse.
Right.
But yeah, no.
But is it really?
I mean, no, headlining is different than going last. There's a big difference there.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah, and where we're at, we are all at the same level. We are all equals. Every single band on that bill is there, and we are humbled that they're on with us and that they're willing to play with us. So no,
Right.
I don't feel like oh, I'm headlining over you. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
It is different if I'm a national touring act. Like if I'm Guar, that's a headliner. Okay, Metallica, that's a headliner. No, me playing at Magbar with 4 other bands is not me headlining if I'm going last.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%.
I agree. Ego in general to that degree is annoying. It's frustrating.
And that's kind of what I was gonna say. Is one of my things is people putting people down.
Yeah,
Really
don't be nice to
really
each other.
Don't like that. That's really horrible to do to one another.
I agree.
Especially when bands, you should be supporting each other, not trying to
Yeah, it's not a competition.
It's not
In your own-
competition.
in your own
Yeah.
independent scene, in your own city scene, it's not a competition. Everybody should be friends. Everybody should go out and support each other.
Love
and,
each other.
And I've always sit there and said this. It's like life is like the fucking pit. If somebody goes down, you help them up.
Pick 'em
Correct.
up,
Pick
them
those
up.
fuckers up.
Agreed.
And that's with everything in life.
Absolutely. I think there's something to be said about that. It's not a competition, and it is okay to feel jealousy. I feel jealousy all the time, but you got to recognize it, and you want to say, I'm happy for them. I wish I was getting that,
Yeah,
but there's
they're
nothing
probably
wrong
jealous
with that.
of you too,
no,
though.
there's not. Yeah, you're right, but there's nothing
mean-
wrong with that, but don't treat someone like shit because you're jealous of them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it
Yes,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Because when you treat somebody like shit because you're jealous of them, that's when it's bullshit.
Correct.
Now, turn this in on yourself here, listeners out there. If you're feeling jealous about a band in your scene, it's like, I've looked at you guys. I'm like, dude, how the fuck are they doing this? How the fuck did you get 1,000 people to come out to this?
That wasn't just us, though.
But
Yeah.
no, but still, it's like, how the fuck do they do that? Look and say, okay, how the fuck do we step ourselves up to do this?
Right.
Don't look at it and be like, fuck those guys.
Yeah, we get that. Now, that does happen sometimes to where, I've had some backhanded compliments to where it's like, I think it's because a lot of people view us and they see the humor and they think we're not serious because of the humor and because of the personas on stage. But no, we're serious about it, and we're serious musicians, and there's a lot of time that goes into it. We just have fun though, and so fun first, what I mean. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's people that look at us and they're like, well, that's not serious music. And so, that's a shame.
Or are they going to say that about Guar too?
Exactly. Which, I'm sure people did.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Plenty of people.
And and they have continued to put out albums for years.
Bangers.
That have been great.
Bangers.
I mean, not just from the first few, but everything.
Yeah.
Even from when Kiss sued them.
Kiss sued Guar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the Love Gun cover.
Kiss.
They had an album cover that was almost the exact same as Love Gun.
Oh, Guar did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
What? Do you know what album it would have been then?
I believe Jameson was on it.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, Beefcake was on it.
Beefcake.
Beefcake the mic. Beefcake, rest in peace. Oh, let's look it up. Guar. Well, I just gotta look up the Kiss.
It was
Love
like
Gun.
2010, 11.
No, I just gotta see this.
It's since been changed, obviously.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had to
old.
I had to see what the
Yeah.
Love Gun cover looked like because I couldn't see it in my head.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
where they're all standing in.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. So, I have one more question.
Here we
But
go.
Before we get into it, shout outs. Who do you want to shout out today?
Senior Diablo show. Shout out to Diablo. Shout out to everyone in Belushi, all 50 members in Belushi. Shout out to my fiance. Shout out to my daughter. And shout out to Stella, my cat. Stella 2. Twice the cat Stella 1 was.
Aw.
That's like a Simpsons thing.
Yeah.
Snowball and Snowball 2.
Mine's for a different. So my ex-wife took Stella 1.
Oh.
And Stella 1 was a female seal point Siamese cat. Her full name's Estelle Getty Castellano.
Oh.
And so I went out and bought the exact same cat, named her Estelle Getty Castellano II, and I take her to the same vet. So it's like pettiness at the top level. So top tier Tom Petty.
Don't back down. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Athena, do you have any shout outs you want to give today?
Oh, fuck. I have 3 cats.
Nice.
I've
Yeah.
got Elvis, Tarna, and the Gozerian. They aren't gonna
bulldozer.
list. Yeah, Gozer, the bulldozer.
I love it.
Big
I love
fucking
it.
massive fucking cat. Right.
He's chunk style.
And well, one of my best buds is already sitting here.
Aw.
Mark is right here, you know.
Aw.
But besides that, I have a lot of fucking awesome people, so I can't even really like go
Yeah,
there.
there's like all there's thousands of them.
There's just a lot of really amazing people in my life, so that's a hard thing to say right there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, final question of the day.
Here we go.
What would you do with an extra hour in the day?
Extra hour? Damn. One more hour to sleep. Take a nap. Really waste
You
it.
seem like you don't sleep a lot. Do you not? Do you sleep a lot?
Well, I'm a teacher, so I gotta be. I teach high school, so I gotta get up at 5:30. So
Right.
I take a nap every day, actually. Yeah. So after I get done teaching, I go home and I take a nap because it's good for my mental health, and then I wake up and it like resets the second half of my day.
Okay.
So like if I had a really bad first half, well then the second half's better because I reset it. So yeah. Nah, extra hour for sure. I'd sleep and I'd waste it. I'd waste it on video games and all the stuff I can't do. Right, all that leisure stuff.
Right, when it's 11:30 at night and you got to be up at 5:30 or
Correct.
whatever. So yeah,
Yeah.
that extra stuff that you're not technically in dad time or necessarily spouse time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you for sure. Athena, what do you have for an extra hour in the day?
Oh man, I would say
wheat.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
as long as I'm awake, that's happening anyway. So I'm gonna have to say, actually, spend more time writing.
For sure.
Mark, I love
Yeah.
to write and stuff. So an extra hour to like put my thoughts on paper would be
Hell
primo
yeah.
for me. Yeah,
Right on.
yeah.
Hell yeah. I would probably spend mine editing this show. As much as I spend on this show already, I would be spending even more hours doing it. For sure. So, Vinny, thank you so fucking much for coming in this week.
Thank
and
you
kicking
for having
ass with us.
Yeah.
Athena, thank you for coming in and co-hosting this week. This has been
Absolutely.
so fucking cool.
It's been a fucking pleasure.
So, from the new album, What? Us Worry?
Yeah.
What are we going to play off of it today?
You got to play Ripping Off Municipal Waste.
Oh, you heard him.
It's such a banger.
This is Ripping Off Municipal Waste.
So I'm a hypocrite, stole this guitar riff, original music makes me sick. We'll make it faster, unleash the masters and make it right for our new dead master. Oh my god, what have we done? The songs harmonize and we just begun. Guess this is it, time to commit, and we'll do a guitar riff.
look how impressive this is.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Crisscross applesauce.
Oh, wow.
You still see that thing poking out.
Yeah, show me another one. Show me another one.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, keep flipping through that bread.
Oh, Daniel, what do you think about that?
Man, I think I can get me some of that.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty.
Here comes the loaf of bread now.
Wait.
Hey! What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, dude?
What are you guys looking at?
Nothing.
Multigrain.
What's up?
Just 17 Vienna sausage cans. What?
Yeah.
Nothing. We weren't looking at anything. So, how you been, Chase?
Good.
Good. So, I got a question for you. Hypothetically, if someone were to subscribe to your art website, do you get an update?
Yeah, I do. Kyle, actually, thank you for your subscription. It really helps pay the bills.
Oh, I'm always here to support local businesses.
Hey, let me tell you guys about Mercenary Press. They're an independent London label and distributor of all things metal. Mercenary Press delivers the goods from their own independent zine. Trust me, you're going to want to get in on that. To distributing various bands from all over the world, including Cramp from Spain and Sadistic Force from Texas. Visit mercenarypress.bigcartel.com to find out what all they have in stock and what you can order. And for Metal Forge listeners, enter code MetalForge to receive a discount on your total purchase at mercenarypress.bigcartel.com. Check it out now. Since 2013, there has been a calling from the underground, from the graves of all those unholy, and they decided to make a zine to talk about all of this. Soul Grinder Zine, an independent metal zine to keep you informed on all things metal and horror from the underground. Available in both print and digital formats, they're bringing you the best interviews and reviews out there today. Not only do they do the zine, but they also do compilation CDs. Check them out at facebook.com/soulgrinder.zine and start your subscription now.
What's up, Metal Forge fans? This is Alan Bishop, the alchemist of Indiana's Black Forest and head distiller at Spirits of French Lick. Do you find yourself drawn to the unexplained, fascinated by the Fortean, or enchanted by the paranormal? If the things that go bump in the night resonate in your mind, then tune into my brand new podcast, If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Featuring first-hand accounts, collected stories, interviews, history, and speculation related to all things not of this world. Available now on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and more. Sit back, relax, and remember, if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Hey Metalheads, it's with great pleasure I get to tell you guys about a new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Ageless Art, New Albany. After 20 years of owning and operating Ageless Art in Clarksville, Indiana, Phil Garrett had a vision for a new type of tattoo studio. Something that is clean and modern, sleek, refined, inviting. And he's done just that with Ageless Art in New Albany. You can find it at 2736 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana, 47150. Business hours are Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays are 12 to 6. All sessions are appointment only, so give them a call and go get you some new ink. Or if it's your first time, go get your first one, baby.
Hey, it's Jeff McNichol down here at Mom's Music, 1900 Melwood Avenue. I was just thinking, when I was a kid, the magic was at Frankfort Avenue, the Mom's Music at Frankfort Avenue. And I used to beg people to get a ride down there just to hang out with the guys and see all the cool gear. Now that I'm the owner of this store, it's like a dream come true. We're recreating the magic with the vibe that we used to have at the old store. We're carrying all the gear that you're going to possibly want. We're giving you the outstanding service and personal attention that you deserve. Yeah, so we've got the great guitar shop here. We're carrying USA Fender, USA Gibson, Paul Reed Smith, Gretsch, Jackson, Charvel, anything you could possibly want. We're going to have it for you. Mom's is and always will be Louisville's music store.
Hey everybody, let me tell you about the new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Unchained Tapes. They're an independent Pennsylvania tape label. They focus on extreme metal and punk with a killer approach to the tape scene. Visit their web store at unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com now to get your fill of tapes. And for being a Metal Forge listener, enter the code METALFORGE10 at checkout to get a 10% discount on your total purchase. That's unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com.
Hey guys, Wrestling Steve of the Wrestling Steve Show here. So if you're currently listening to the Metal Forge with Mark Jackson, then you understand that Mark Jackson has a pretty discerning taste when it comes to music as a whole. You'll also understand that he has a discerning taste for professional wrestling, just like me. My show is called the Wrestling Steve Show. I talk about modern and classic pro wrestling in a completely unbiased, unfiltered way. Be sure to check me out on all available podcasting platforms. That is the Wrestling Steve Show. And I am the host, Wrestling Steve. Just remember, like Confucius said, man who goes through turnstile in Thailand is going to Bangkok. Pro wrestling.
Hey, it's Mark Maxwell at Maxwell's House of Music. Listen, all this stuff is now available to purchase on our website. Check it out at maxwellshouseofmusic.com.
We carry all the top brands, like Fender.
We got Gibson.
We also have basses.
We've got ukuleles.
We got drums.
We've got sound gear.
We've got keyboards.
It's Gonna Get Weird is the name of the podcast. We're on season 2, so you have a whole season to get weird with Frank Green and Scott Clark. The best part is there's always laughter.
Oh, yeah, you can pull that out.
We have national touring comedians, NFL stars, rock stars, your local friends. It always gets weird. Weird answers.
Have y'all ever snorted coke off of a 78 Pinto? No? You ain't no man.
Weird questions.
Who had a bigger cocaine habit, Jock Sutherland or Kaywood Ledford?
Neither one, because they stopped beating their wives.
And weird we never even thought of.
Well, no. My friend is on acid, and I sent my friend to go find a payphone so that I can call and turn myself in for murdering this guy and ruin my life.
We love all types of people, but we don't love all people.
Weird. It's Gonna Get Weird is the name of the podcast, available everywhere. And thank you to Big X Sports Radio for being a proud sponsor of It's Gonna Get Weird. Frank Green, Scott Clark. Yeah.
Hey, thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of the Metal Forge. I want to take a minute to remind you guys about the Patreon page. Over on the Patreon page, we have the tiers set up to support the production of the show. We feature the Down and Dirty, which is just $1. There's nothing special for that one, it just sends me a thank you because every dollar helps. Then there's the Double Down and Dirty. Much akin to the Down and Dirty tier, everything helps produce the show in the end. You make your presence known, and I appreciate that more than you realize. Thank you for being a dedicated friend and supporter to the Metal Forge. By selecting that tier, you will receive some cool Metal Forge stickers in your mailbox. Now, we're really going to start pounding the metal madness with the Apprentice Metalhead for just $5 a month. By becoming an Apprentice Metalhead, you'll be given early access to the shows, published 24 hours before everyone else gets it. You're also going to receive 3 entries in any contest that we do here at the Metal Forge. You're also going to receive a 10% discount on all Metal Forge merch, and you're going to receive a sweet Metal Forge patch for your battle jacket or backpack. And now, here is the big one. This is the Master Metalhead for just $10 a month. By becoming a Master Metalhead, you will receive a hand-numbered Metal Forge Master Metalhead membership card. You're going to be given early access to the shows as well, with 36 hours before everyone else. You're going to receive 5 entries in any contest that we do here at the Metal Forge. you'll be able to submit audio questions that I will use on the show of you asking questions to the upcoming guests. Remember, timing is everything, and you will need to keep up with the upcoming guest list on the website. You're also going to receive advanced knowledge of any new merch coming out and be given a 25% discount on all Metal Forge merch. And you're also going to get all of the other rewards from the other tiers. So visit patreon.com/Metal Forge Radio today and help support the Metal Forge. Rock on.